Yeah. Rate your exam on rate 1 to 10, where first was most difficult and 10 was easiest.
I think I would rate it 9. Just math was pretty hard.
Other question which was remembered?
The most remembered was like, in like most of the questions were in a picture, how would you say there are architectural terms in it? Like, was it what is there in the building? Like, was it about footing? Was it about the rails, the windows, such kind of things?
Your preparation strategy for entrance exam?
My strategy to study ahead would be like, focus about color, because I do not focus about it.
Job opportunity in this field?
Oh, it's vast, because people think that once a building is built, it is built, but nah, that's not the fact, because you need to change your lifestyle, people. So yeah, we can need it.
Why NATA architect?
NATA architect, because it is like one exam where you'll get it faster in architect just compared to a management. You're going for management, fine, you're like the Lord, kind of fine, but you need it through NATA.
Your good name?
Linnet.
Thank you.
Yeah.
How was your exam?
The exam was pretty easy. It was basic aptitude stuff.
Exam pattern, syllabus?
Syllabus was not very defined, but it was defined. It was general knowledge, so that's what generally came. So yeah.
Rate your exam from 1 to 10, where first was difficult and 10 was easier.
10 was easiest and first was. I would rate it 7.5.
Other questions which you remember?
Yeah, there was a question about the heads of the dogs and cows. That was a very puzzling question. So that was one of the only questions that was difficult in there.
Your preparation strategy for the exam?
I regularly keep revisiting general knowledge stuff, so I guess that should do.
Your suggestion for the next attempt?
For
Next attempt?
next attempt, I personally would focus more on the architectural terms that are given in any book. Yeah, that is
Job
it.
opportunity in this field?
Job opportunities, there are many job opportunities in this field. You can become a design architect or a landfill architect. There are many options, and you can also branch out to other different stuff. So
Why NATA architect?
NATA is one of the nationwide exams, that's why.
Your good name?
Amrit.
Thank you.
Yeah, it was decent.
Exam pattern, syllabus?
Like pattern syllabus in the sense you want to know how the pattern was, or
Yeah, pattern was.
it was decent only.
Rate your exam from 1 to 10, where is first most difficult and 10 is easier.
The first most difficult was the picture thingy, the 30 seconds picture thingy, and the other, that was the hardest, so I rate that out of 5 out of 10, and the overall exam rating is 10,
Question which you remember?
which I remember, the picture thing that horrified me in the end.
Your preparation strategy for exam?
I went for coaching for 2 months.
Your suggestion for next attempt?
Pardon?
Your suggestion for next attempt?
Next attempt. Just practice as much as you can.
Job opportunity in this career growth?
I feel like there's a large job opportunity compared to any other field, compared to engineering. Architecture has more job opportunity. That's what
Why
I
NATA
assume.
architect?
Why NATA architecture? I've always liked this stream. Compared to engineering, this is what I find easier. So that's why I chose
Your
architecture.
good name?
Rohan.
Thank you.
Thank you.
It was basically memory, nothing else.
Exam pattern, syllabus?
Syllabus is new, it's interesting.
Rate your exam rate out of 1 to 10. Where is the most and difficult is the 10 is the easiest?
8.
Other question which you remember?
I remember questions. Questions they were asking about history, geography of the place, design stuff. It was nice.
Your preparation strategy entrance exam?
That is not included because I started 1 week ago.
Your suggestion for the next attempt?
Start working from today only. Go sketch.
Job opportunity in this field, career growth?
It's nice. Decent.
Why NATA architecture study?
NATA. You can go beyond your creativity, think outside the box. So yeah, you can understand people well with that.
Good name?
Satvik. Thank you.
Yeah, so how was your exam?
Exam was pretty easy as compared to how I thought. So it was like okayish kind.
And what all question you remember? What was there in your exam?
Most of the questions that I remember is like they asked about the comparability, like in an image, what do you think is there in the image? And in the section B, there were a lot of questions as such, like it was 13 minutes, 13 seconds kind of occurring questions. So it was like as soon as that goes, they ask you a lot of questions. So we had to note it down and then get it going.
Yes.
And then mostly it was the current affairs, most of the GK questions.
Did you got a question that Israel flag or some other?
Yeah, there were flags too.
What all do you remember?
There was New Zealand, Israel, then UK.
Yeah.
I think that's all I could get.
Any other questions are which you remember was there in exam?
Like it was most of the architects, like the famous architects, and
like?
architects. I don't remember. I totally forgot.
Okay.
And then the colleges,
Okay.
which is the oldest college, was there. Like almost 2 questions kind.
Okay.
I think that's it.
More of a question based in architecture, right?
Yeah, most of
What-
it.
What will be your strategy for next round prep?
My strategy, actually I have to work on color analysis because this time
Color
a lot of color questions came, and difference questions didn't come that much, and from directions there wasn't many questions kind.
Many questions.
Yeah.
What do you see as a architecture student, the career aspect of this field?
Many of them say that it's just a dead-end field, but I think that there are a lot of ways to explore. It's not just one thing, that interior designing and the building is built. People say the building is built, so done, yeah, khatam, that's all. But actually it's not, because there are a lot of things to recreate. We have to change our lifestyle and everything, so we need it.
Very nice. Well, very enthusiastic towards this. Wish you all the best.
Thank you so much.
What was your exam?
Yeah, it was average. Yeah, I've done it well. It was easy itself.
Exam pattern syllabus?
It was same like last year itself, like little bit.
Rate your exam from 1 to 10, where first was difficult and 10 was easiest.
8, I guess.
Other questions which you remember?
Meaning?
Other question which was remembered?
Meaning the questions I remembered. I guess the monuments and the pictures.
Your suggestion for the next attempt?
I don't know.
Job opportunity in this field?
Yeah, I feel it's great enough.
Why NATA Architect?
It's like my dad is also in the civil engineer, so and I'm also interested in that.
Your good name?
Last year.
Thank you.
All right. Yeah, sir. Okay, let's start. So I'm Krishnan Ansing from Ignite India. We would like to know how was your question paper? What all you have done? What question you remember from exam?
It was quite good. It was like max questions was little bit tricky. If like it was less good. Paper we can do.
You can do. Well, the
Yeah.
paper was easy, but it's just practice was you feel more required. So, what do you remember math question by the way?
Sorry, I don't
remember. Any other portion in aptitude first part you remember?
There was full of objectives. Only 3 to 4 objectives was given,
Okay.
and paintings was little bit difficult.
Painters was
yeah.
architecture painters and all.
They will give a painting, and they will ask which type of anger or expressions
Emotions.
or emotions.
This is part B or part A?
Part B, part A.
Part A.
Part B is completely of
Cognitive.
yeah.
Yeah. So,
They will give a picture, 5 pictures. We have to guess it.
how many question was there in part A?
115.
Yes, it was 115. It's just a student review we are taking. That's what we get to know. Okay. So, how many questions you have solved from part A?
Almost
Don't
all.
know. Almost all you have touched,
Yeah.
yeah? And the part B, how was cognitive one? It went
good.
Anything remember?
But
Any
something like bear one, I didn't remember
Okay.
those things.
okay, you don't remember.
Yeah.
Any question you remember for part B?
Part B, the chair one.
Chair one. Okay.
Your suggestion for the next attempt?
To work hard on my aptitude exams, aptitude and max.
Aptitude and maths you
Maths.
want to. And part B you feel like it's easier?
It is easy, but we have to develop my observing skills.
Your preparation
Observation.
strategy
Observations. Sorry.
for your preparation strategy for entrance exam?
How you did prepare for first round?
I just took classes and my own studies.
Why NATA architect?
Sorry?
Why you want to become architecture?
I like this field.
You enjoy this field.
Yeah.
Hopefully you will have a bright future. We wish you all the best.
Thank you
And
so
yes,
much.
we will look into it, but with multiple papers and all. I've already informed ma'am about it.
Yeah. Thank you so
Good
much.
luck. Thank you. Prepare karo.
What do you want to know?
Well, I spent the past 2 years.
Second I'll question.
Okay.
How was your exam?
It was easy.
Exam pattern syllabus?
It was pretty much like all the other design exams we gave. There wasn't anything too difficult.
Rate your exam on 1 to 10, where first was difficult and 10th was easier.
I think I'd give it a 9. I feel like there's one more attempt. I think I'll do better then.
Other questions which you remember?
There were questions about architects and there were like logic based questions like who designed IIM and the Bad.
What else you remember in question?
Like they gave a figure and they ask you to find the top view of it or the front view. Then there were last 10 questions which was something new which I had not come across in the mock test. They show you an image for 30 seconds and after that you have to answer something based on that. I feel like I needed more practice in that since I have not encountered a question like that before. I feel like it was quite similar to UCEED.
Right, that's a cognitive test.
Yeah.
NATA has introduced that in 2020.
Your preparation strategy for exam, intense exam?
So I joined.
Opportunity in this field?
I like the fact that architects have a lot of freedom to experiment with other, like Zaha Hadid used to design shoes as well, I think. There are a lot of people who get into set design or interior design. So I like the flexibility of it, which is why I was drawn towards that aspect of design instead of B design.
Yeah. So your party having a 115 question. Do you remember how many you have solved?
I attempted everything and I finished it quite early.
Really?
I was very surprised.
Yeah.
I had like 50 minutes left. I went over the entire paper again. People were leaving like 15-20 minutes early. I was like really anxious. I went through the entire thing again.
Okay.
Why NATA architecture study?
Like I said, I'm interested in design, but I like the flexibility you get when you do architecture. I can't do architecture if I study interior design, but I can choose to do
Exam?
It was great actually.
Yeah.
Exam pretty syllabus?
Syllabus.
Yeah.
It had some mathematical reasoning, abstract reasonings,
Architectural awareness.
Rate your exam on that first 1 to 10, where first was most difficult and 10th was easier.
6.
Yeah.
Other questions which you remember?
No.
No, not really.
Yeah.
Your preparation strategy for entrance exam?
Okay.
Okay. Not so
No.
good. Better.
Studying the NATA material.
Yeah.
Probably.
Your suggestion for the next attempt?
Read your mathematical formulas.
Yeah. And work little bit harder.
Job opportunity in this field?
Working in firms and getting your own consultancy maybe.
Why NATA architecture study?
It's intriguing.
Your good name?
Siri.
Hamsa.
Thank you.
This is Krishnanand Singh, your coach, mentor from Ignite India Education. So we are at NATA Exam Center in Jain University here in Bangalore. Here today first round exam just got over. We had an interaction with 100 plus students. So here in this video I'm going to talk about how was the paper part 1, part B, how was the student review overall. Kind of this is the summary and what is going on in now current the part second half exam is already has been started. So that paper and overall student reaction, parents reaction, a lot to talk and as well as just a lovely beautiful place where we are right now. So it's the outer side of the Bangalore, like kind of 50 kilometers away from the Bangalore. So I'm I will just start this discussion with the part of part A and part B papers which was there in NATA today. So if we compare with the last year, this current syllabus which has introduced in last year for NATA entrance exam and many of you are preparing for this exam and you are going through a lot of questions and maybe some of the mock paper which are available online. I'll say this year paper which was at the same pattern based on the last year, it has slightly different and it's become easier in compared to last year. Probably most of the students, they are expecting a number this year is around 100 marks, and there are few who are expecting the marks more than 50 or more than 140 plus also. So this was really a different, like, in compared to the last year, even though the paper pattern is the same. Now again, what happened, there is some technicality we need to understand about it, the first attempt, which will help you in the second attempt also, where you can download the Ignite India app and get your logical and as well as cognitive test, both test ka mock paper, test paper series in Ignite India app as well. And these paper will help you to improve your second round. But yes, here we'll understand first how was the logical paper was, what all the portion they have asked more, and what one need to do if they are writing a July paper and August paper. So in a July paper, you have to keep in a mind based on, that's what I'm like, center onwards I'm live and giving you exactly what happened in the paper. So if you see the paper this time, on this paper, the June paper says that the most of the question was in architecture part, math part, and some of them are very basic and fundamental based on your design ability and basic fundamental of principle of design as well. So these are the portion questions, and the quick answer is needed over here. And the question section, as has been mentioned, it is 1 marks, 2 marks and 3 marks. So part A, most of the students who are towards the CET side, NEET side, logical students, they actually prefer to write it. They have enjoyed well. But at the same time, I see a design entrance exam student who are preparing for NID along with the NATA or something else. They have enjoyed more the cognitive, and obviously part B, because there's a quick visual based question was there. Each question, if you will see, you have a 30-second to answer it. And it's the same way I've been Ignite app. If you look at the cognitive question and visual audience that was there. So we'll discuss in detail for a further feedback. I would rather like to connect you on the app, on the live classes. So make sure you download the Ignite India app, subscribe the YouTube channel for Ignite India for all these live content, get the on the primary study, and get the information from a ground, okay, how the research is, how the exams are, how the pattern is. So we make sure that whatever changes and slightly a direction is moving forward after the first round of the exam, how to coordinate with this and do better in second round exam. So July and August, if you want to score 150, 180 plus, you make sure contact the team, make sure prepare well for this, and let's do it far better in the next round of the exam. So this is the overall pattern feedback. What I realize is now the exams out of 10, we discuss around 100 plus students. So if you see out of 10, so personally I feel like 9-8 student, they were quite happy, feel like paper was easy, they have solved it, they can score 80, 90, 100 plus the average of the student, and they are expecting more in second round. So yes, your competition is getting more higher in second round, and for that you must be ready, do well. Thank you so much for watching this video. Make sure you subscribe, like the channel, share this video so that it will reach out to more and more students. Thank you everyone.
Part A was easier or part B was easier?
The memory based questions, I would have lost a few marks, but part A was easy.
Overall paper, how was your experience for the paper?
It was good.
It was good. Part A, part B, which one you enjoy more?
I think part A.
Okay. So, and which portion you have enjoyed more? Part 1, part B?
It was the second part which I applied, enjoyed the most.
Okay.
Yeah,
the
it was
visual
kind of
based
fun.
question.
Yeah.
So you're able to answer all the questions in second part. And the second part, all the questions was having a same marks or different? How?
No, it was the same marks. 10 questions were there.
Yeah.
30 seconds image. Yeah.
Okay.
And I guess 2 or 3 questions were there based on the image.
Okay. So each question having a 3 marks.
Yeah.
Okay, in second section. And how was the part A?
Part A was okay. It was fine.
It was fine. Logical. Yeah, I see the sort of student enjoyed the part A, sort of student enjoyed the part B. Okay, and most important, what is the expected marks by the way in this exam? Current?
Above 100 maybe, because I didn't prepare it. So
and
above
the next
100.
is 150.
The next is 150 above.
And third one is 180 above.
Yeah.
Okay. So you're promising me that, right?
Yeah.
Alright, so lovely
Thank you.
Meeting you.
Thank you.
It was easy.
Which difficulty you faced?
Principles, they ask you to mention the 4 most important principles used. That was a bit tough.
What A was easier, B was
Session A was easier, session B was easier.
B was easy.
Expecting marks.
120 plus.
Would you like to attempt the next exam also?
Yeah.
Thank you.
Sneha.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Next attempt you will do good.
Yeah,
How was
hopefully.
this attempt this, by the way?
This was okay. It was not too easy, not too tough.
Okay.
So it was
this is
kind.
Krishnan Singh. I'm from Ignite India Education.
Hello.
So we look at every year NATA change the pattern and students are like
Yeah.
have to look what is in pattern, how to solve these questions. How do you see overall pattern exam?
The overall pattern is actually good. Like it's more of like you have to be creative enough to attend the paper, and you should have a very good aptitude and all.
Yeah.
And you should know more about all the architecture, like different buildings and the architects and everything.
Okay. So part B was more easier and part A, which one you feel like more easier?
I feel actually the part B was easier because you just have to grasp an image and answer the questions.
Quick answer in 30
Yeah.
seconds you have to give. So that you
Yeah.
enjoy most.
Yeah.
Yeah. And what about part A? How was your prep in part A?
Part A, some questions were a bit tricky,
Yeah.
and the others were quite well.
Okay.
Yeah.
So overall expecting marks you want to say?
Overall, maybe.
Yes, it will be there in record. Okay.
Okay, no problem. I think maybe 100 or not 150, maybe 100 or above, maybe.
Above 100. Yeah, most
Yeah.
of the students are expecting that only for this round. And I'm wishing you good luck.
Thank
for
you.
next round, and I hope you will get 150 though. Yeah.
Thank you
This is
so
the
much.
Ignite India magazine.
Just for that branch.
NATA exam experience by the way overall.
It was as expected. It was a competitive exam, so it wasn't
Yeah.
really easy, but I think I was prepared enough. So
You're prepared enough.
Yeah.
I think this year pattern was comparatively to last year was easier. The students have enjoyed the paper most.
yeah,
So,
the result will tell.
that is more important when we feel like paper is easy, so then
Yes,
the result
yes.
tell more. I didn't get your name by the way.
Aditi.
Aditi, yeah. Krishna here, Aditi. Which portion you enjoy more, like part A, part B?
Part A.
Part A,
was
you are more
better.
logical, like as a cognitive, you need to
Yes,
improve
yes,
more.
yes.
Well, so what I provide you, you must contact. We'll give you a lot of visual and cognitive based questions.
Sure.
So
sure.
there it helps, and you may check the YouTube channel also.
Sure.
Ignite India ka.
Okay.
We have almost a monthly engagement is 1 million plus, so
Okay.
you can get a lot of content that will be helpful for you.
Sure.
And keep this same spirit and energy level, yeah.
Sure, sure.
So overall, how was your feedback about the exam? Like, what is as a student point of view, like, what one student should be ready for next round? What do you think? I mean, your experience. I see your comments are really very valuable.
So I just think more awareness questions, like general awareness
GK,
questions.
General
Yeah,
awareness,
yeah,
yes, that side of it.
yeah.
Okay.
That's all.
Okay. And what is your expected marks from this round like?
I really cannot tell because it's a
Maybe.
very subjective paper, so I cannot tell what
Right now you
is
can't
what.
get
Yes.
150 plus.
Hopefully.
Chalo, good luck.
Okay. Okay.
All right.
Thank you.
Are you a design, architecture, or fine arts career aspirant? This video is for you. Crack NID, NIFT, NATA, CEED, UCEED, entrance exam with India's #1 entrance exam preparation institute, having a 100% student selection record in top ranking colleges in previous years. Register for a free demo class and get up to 100% scholarships. What are you waiting for? Register now.